Okay guys, so this is a 60-watt video light that comes with the softbox and everything, or this is the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60 RGB light. This is literally the same thing as before, although obviously, as you can see, this compared to that, imagine how much of a hassle that is different in having these two lights in your hand. Okay guys, so today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60 RGB light. ZHIYUN did send me this and everything that's included in the package. Now, if you guys want to check out what do you get when you get the Pro combo, check out my video from before. I did posted a short video showing what you would get inside the Pro combo package. But this is me telling you guys now, personally myself, to start this off, as compared to what we did just now. The choice is obvious. Now, the X60 is a 60-watt video light, even though it is in this very small package, as you can see here. Let's show you in comparison. Now, this is the light, okay, and this is my palm, and as you can see, it's literally what we call a palm-sized thing, or here is my bank card, and when you put it right here, it's literally the size of my bank card. Okay, you get this crazy powerful fill light, full spectrum RGB with tons of lightings and tons of effects that you can do with it. We're going to show you a bit later on at this small size. Now heck, now this is my iPhone, and as you can see, it's even smaller than my iPhone. I've had this for a few weeks now, and I admit this is probably the best thing that has ever happened to me as far as a professional fill light goes. These two, now this is the main unit and this is the battery. These two literally lives in my camera bag nowadays. Even when I'm out shooting photos as well, this actually helps, and I'm going to show you how and what it is in a bit later. Okay, so guys, the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60 RGB fill light. Now this thing is powerful. When you pick up this thing, the first thing that you're gonna notice is the design. I know I did. Just look at this. Okay, so this is the main light. Here is the light element up front here, and as you can see from the back, there's also this fan here, which would allow you to run this thing indefinitely without worrying it overheating over time. Now this is a big thing because, as we all know, having such power on a such size is going to definitely build up a lot of heat, and this fan right here is so efficient at doing that. If you got it plugged on onto a plug-in power, you can literally run it indefinitely. Okay, which brings us to the next point, which is how you can actually power this thing. Obviously, my favorite would be this. This is its battery pack, and you can just easily connect it at the side. It just snaps in like that, and now you're all good to go. Now literally this is the whole package, okay, and you can get a whole bunch of things going on in here. And having this battery on the side, this is literally like a power bank, and you can easily charge it with your phone charger or something like that. And this, at full power of this X60, you can run this with the battery pack for about 50 minutes. I have never used it at full power because, my god, it is really strong, and I have actually been using it at about 1 to 3% power, and it did the job so well that I don't even need to think about putting it too high of a power output. Now that will definitely save up battery. Alternatively, if you don't want to power it up with the battery, you can also use the supplied power cable that I showed you before, and you can plug it through this DC port right here, which would allow you to run your light indefinitely. Okay, again, remember the fan going to settle that overheating thing, and now you have this continuous power running through the ports. That's literally going to help you have a continuous and reliable professional grade fill light for your need. And the third option is that you can also power it with a Type-C cable. Now if you have, like, for example, your phone charger, maybe, or your MacBook charger, a 60-watt PD charger. Power up this thing. Let's say you forget the power cable, the DC power cable somewhere, I don't know where, and on the scene you need a backup continuous power plug and you don't have any with you. You can easily find a regular phone phone charger, a 60-watt MacBook charger, for example, and you can power this thing. One thing to note is that if you are charging this battery pack right here, you won't be able to power this up, so do keep that in mind if you are planning on using it in that way. Although I don't know why you would do that, but that's one thing to note. Okay, now this does not come just by itself. Okay, now ZHIYUN with its proprietary ZHIYUN ZY mount, I think they called it, does provide you with 2 additional accessories, which also lives in my bag rent free nowadays, which is one is this is its mini reflector bowl with a silicone diffuser. You can put it on like this, or you can also put it on and use it like this for a more expanded and diffuse color view for your videos, and definitely helpful. And the fact that this is so small that you can just plug it in your camera bag or toss it in your car and leave it there makes it a whole lot easier. And the second one is this mini diffuser box, which I love. I use this on my shoe because it's so easy to set up. You don't have to manually put all this steel cable, steel wire, steel line here, and you can just pop this up like this. Okay, you see this 2 lever here, you just pull it up and there, it's done. And when you have this, just take this and put it on the X60 like so, and that's it, you're good to go. Now you tell me, this as compared to this, I would go for this thing any time of the day. With the softbox, you can easily soften the light output coming out from this thing, because trust me, this thing is really strong. Despite its really small size, like I told you, this thing packs a whole bunch of power. And when you have this thing on, you can easily use to fill, for example, in your portrait shooting or your video shoot, this will just nicely soften out the lights and make sure that you get soft and even lighting with the ZHIYUN X60 in your shooting. Now you can also, of course, opt for this. This thing would give you a slightly more focused lighting effect, and whichever that would suit your need, you can use it accordingly. Okay, now if you put this thing on, now this looks so much more sleek, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the cooling technology. Okay, now ZHIYUN did something with this. I don't know, well, it does look like a heatsink fan right here. Now this thing, as far as I have been using it, I think I've used it for like 45 minutes continuous, and I don't really feel the heat that much. It's there, but you know, for this amount of power that I'm getting from this light, the back cooling technology does an extremely well job. Now I wish ZHIYUN would make something like this for cameras, so that we can, like, you know, attach the cameras and solve our forever overheating issues with all our recent cameras. So if ZHIYUN, if you guys are listening to this, please come up with something like this for cameras. I'm gonna be so happy. Okay, but all in all, guys, with this thing, again, like I said, even though it's only rated at 60-watt power, and if you guys need all the technical aspects of it, the technical specification of it, here is the whole thing going on. Even though at 60-watt power only, it's really strong. Okay, now like I have here with me, my main light is just a regular 60-watt light. This literally is so much brighter than this thing right here. Okay, because I don't know, maybe it's the technology of how they do things in here. I have absolutely no idea. And the fact that you can use this RGB lighting effects as well makes it a whole lot easier, and the flexibility that I get with this tops everything off. Okay, you know, when I go out on a shoot, let's say for example I'm shooting a bride in a dimly lit room, I don't have to worry about the lighting anymore. Okay, I can literally just put this somewhere with the RGB lighting effect. I can choose whatever color I want to create the mood that I want based on what I need on the spot. Again, remember guys, I just literally tucked this in my camera bag, so it's with me almost literally all the time. This thing is about 300 grams or so. It's small and it's light. There's nothing, I cannot imagine myself carrying that thing over here. This is also a 60-watt light. It's massive, okay, as compared to this. I actually thought about bringing this before to my shoot, and my god, how glad am I when ZHIYUN contacted me and told them that they have this thing. I see that I have to share this with you guys, because this is gonna make your life so much easier. Just imagine you're out in the mountains, you're out somewhere out back, and you needed some very powerful light. At such a small package, you don't have to carry around all these crazy lightings anymore. Imagine if you're out shooting on the street and you need somebody to just move quickly, and you don't have the luxury of posting this stand right here or like this. So you can just get someone, your friend, your uncle, your cousin, to just hold this for you, and you are good to go at all time. That, my friend, I think is probably the biggest advantage that I love about this light. Okay, it's small, it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's really powerful. And now I'm going to show you some of the available modes, or some of the available lighting effect that you can get, as you can see from this MOLUS X60 RGB light. Let's go. You see how cinematic that looks? Now, this is it at 1% power, okay? If I point this upwards, now the thing is going to light myself from above, as you can see there. Yeah, you see there? There's a bit there, and there. Okay, so again, this is only at 1% power, and this is currently running in the CCT mode, where the color temperature is currently at 5000 Kelvin, and you can change the color of the light by just rotating this knob right here, and we're gonna try and change it. Okay, now you see it's a little bit more yellow. My god, this looks really nice, man. Okay, and there, you see that? Guys, I am excited. Even as I'm showing this to you, looking at the screen, it looks really nice. And you don't have, again, you don't have to worry about the flickering and stuff going on with video lightings, because as we all know, sometimes you will encounter that as well. But I've tried this for quite a while now. I have never encountered any issues with flickering. So this is basically a very high quality, dedicated, professional grade lighting that you can use without worrying about all these things. Okay, so as you can see here, there's the very yellowish kind of thing, and you can raise the temperature up to 6500 for a more bluish. See that? You see that light streak there? My god, I am not using an anamorphic lens. This is just the Sony 24-105. See how it looks. My god, I'm gonna have to use this more on my weddings. Okay, okay, so that is in the CCT mode, of which you can control the power output, and you can control the color temperature of this light. Your ability to set the light exactly at what temperature and matching it with your camera and other cameras and other lightings on set will definitely help you keep the consistency throughout all of your shooting. That your editor is gonna thank you so much for that, because we are just simplifying their work even more. Okay, so this is in the CCT mode. Now this thing, okay, now wait, I'm gonna, just for a quick show, you can quickly raise the power of the light from 1% to 50% by clicking on this dial. And now it's 50%, and then clicking it one more time is going to take you all the way up to 100%. Okay, now this may not seem that much. I am not going to point it directly at my camera at this distance, and I am not going to point it to my face because it's going to kill me. For me, this is convenient. Okay, you can literally just jump up if you need to. See, it's lighting my whole house back there. My God, that is definitely something. So you can definitely use it. For me, this thing is very intuitive, that if you need to bump up the power a bit more, you can do so by just clicking the button, and you can quickly return back to 1% by clicking it one more time, you know, or it just turns off. Anyway, okay, so that is the CCT part, and again, you can control the color temperature according to your needs, to your stylings, and at this power, see, at 1%. Okay, now we're going to go into the next mode, which is the HSL mode. With this thing, you can, let's see here. Okay, again, I have set it to 1% as usual, and with this, there's one extra thing that you can do with it. One, obviously, being an RGB light, you can actually adjust the hue or the color of the light itself. So I'm going to show you right now. Okay, just by turning this knob, so now it's a bit yellow, and now it's going a bit red, and now it's going purple. God, this is okay. Just look at my shirt here, like so. Okay, now this reminds me of Gerald and Don Studio. So maybe if you want something of a purplish kind of style going on, you can do so with this thing. Okay, and then we're gonna keep on rotating this all the way. Now it's purple, and now it's going to a bit blue. So you know, if you need that, God, I look good in this. Okay, so this is the blue color, and you can go even further, going down through all the way to the RGB. This is teal colored, I think. Yeah, now we're at green color and yellow, and yep, the whole 360 degrees of RGB spectrum. You can easily do that, access it with just the use of this knob right here. Okay, and the other thing that I told you just now is the saturation. This is my first seeing this, and you can literally control the saturation of the power, and now yeah, it's a little, so this is the original yellowish greenish hue, and you can control the saturation of the color. When you reduce it, it's going to return down to its original color. Now this is a little bit more white, I think, and if you need it to go back to the color, just raise the saturation again. The main point here being is that you can control this. Okay, it's literally at your fingertips, and you can adjust it to however you want. Now that is flexibility in such a small package. Moving on, we're going to go to the next mode. This is the HSL mode, and now we're going to go into the now here is the full RGB mode. If you need to fine-tune your lighting according to each one of the separate red, green and blue channel, you can do so right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it does have this red, green and blue thing going on here. You can control the power of this combination of these three channel. Let's try this. Okay, when I reduce the red color, now it's looking something like this, and when I put, let's say we reduce the green as well, it's going to go to something like this. Okay, now it's a bit more purplish looking. Okay, and God, this is really nice, man. My God, you see this? Are you seeing this? Okay, you can create all sorts of mood which you want with it now easily without having to worry about it. And also, as usual, again in the RGB mode, you can also control its brightness if you need it to be that bright or even brighter, so you can do that. Again, what I love the most about this, how easily you can control all these things just directly on the light itself. It's just stunning. Okay, so this is the RGB mode, and then we're going to go into the next mode, which is the special effect now. Okay, this is the SOS. On the odd chance that you're lost somewhere in the woods, maybe if you see like a plane flying around, you can definitely use this for attention. Definitely not what it's intended for, but yes, you can use this for this kind of lighting effects. Now I can totally imagine you guys using this for your music video shoot, for example, because this is such a convenient feature to have. Okay, now so this is the paparazzi effect. You know, if you're doing like a mock shooting of a business a business opening kind of thing going on there, and you need those effects like this paparazzi is doing all this camera thing, you can do so with this. My god, this is convenient. Okay, so and with this thing you can also control the speed of the paparazzi doing its thing. Okay, now it's even faster. Okay, it's like somebody is looking at you and doing all these things. I am impressed. I will admit I have not explored this function in the last few weeks because I've been using it just for a constant lighting source during my shoot, but this is actually quite nice. I should have used this in my shot. Okay, now moving on, we're going to go into a different light now. So this is supposedly the candlelight kind of mood. I think this is just going to like put you in a regular standard. I think it seems to be a bit more shiny than the usual light, I think. Okay, so yep, you can get that. It has the bed bulb mode. Oh, okay. The bed bulb mode, something that it's like the bulb is going out. It's almost going out, but it's still there. So you see, it's sometimes flickering and sometimes not. Just to show you. Nice one, ZHIYUN. Okay, and then we also have a TV. Okay, so this is a television kind of effect, I think. It just sometimes it flickers in, sometimes it flickers out. Oh, that's actually quite nice. My god, I do look really cinematic, don't I? Okay, so there's a TV, and here is the lightning. Okay, so if you need lightning kind of thing. Okay, oh, okay. There, it's gonna fire off these strobes, like there's a lightning going on around here. So maybe if you needed that kind of mood in your shot, definitely one way to look at it. Now this is the CCT flash. It's like a flashing thing, I think, and with the control of the color temperature, so you can actually control the color temperature here, I think. Yes, you can control it from as usual 2600 Kelvin, I think, to 6500 Kelvin, and have it flashing like this, again according to your needs. And then you have a CCT pulse. Okay, I think it's going to pulse in and pulse out. Yeah. I think just having this makes me even more cinematic than I used to be. Anyway, CCT pulse, CCT loop, and the color temperature looping. I am not sure what's going to happen now. Oh, okay, so what it does is it loops around the whole temperature range, I think. So now it's a little bit blue, now it's a little bit yellow, it's going to go back to blue again, I think. Yep, it's something like that. This probably circles around the color temperature of the light itself. Okay, as usual, everybody's favorite, this is the police car effect. Okay, so if you need something like this, my god, this looks really good. Okay, it's like a police car passing by you, so you do have this option as well. Disco light, yeah, disco light. Good. Okay, firework. Oh, so this is a firework kind of effect. It's like you're playing firework, obviously. Okay, I'm assuming like it's popping those fireworks, and there is the green, the blue, and the red color thing. Okay, so that's the firework. Hue loop. Okay, now hue loop, I think as the name implies, I am really going to be using this. Okay, this, I think, the same thing as a CCT loop. It does loop around all those color range of the light, so you can easily see the whole color spectrum going on right here. I'm going to reduce the intensity because I think it's too bright. Okay, so there's that. Okay, by the way, I do have a UV filter in front of the lenses, so that might account for that extra amount of flaring that you see here. But other than that, I love it. It looks good. Okay, so that's the hue loop, and then there's a hue flash. Okay, so I'm assuming again with this hue flash, you're going to be able to flash this hue at different color now. Okay. You can also have this as well. This, I imagine, would be extremely useful if you're shooting something like a more funky style video. So there's the hue flash there, and hue pulse. Oh, if you need it to pulsate like in some sort of a cyberpunk kind of mood, I think you can definitely use this. Okay, so that's it. Okay, I think we scrolled through all the lighting effects that are available in this, but just to show you guys, crazily, this small thing right here, again the size of my card right here, can do all this with this package, this small, this size. Even that thing back there is not able to do all this. Okay, so imagine the flexibility of having just one of these in your camera bag, allowing you to do so many things with light. Okay, so this is under the special effect menu on the screen right here. Okay, so now we're going to move on into a different mode. So that's the music mode. I think this is probably let's see here, it says here there's the music mode, although I am not so sure as what it does, but this is probably some sort of a programmable thing going on, I think. And it's there, I don't know, there, yeah, I think it's gonna like let you do something weird with it. Okay, maybe you can control this. As far as I can see here, you can control this power and stuff. Okay, now, okay. So this is gonna give you like some sort of a spontaneous lightings. If you're like shooting a music video, I think probably would be the best case scenario for this. But it's there, and there's a whole bunch of controls in here. I am not going to go too deep on that. You can maybe look that onto the tutorial of the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60. But yes, this feature is available there as well. Okay, now we're gonna go move on to the next one, which is, okay, now this is the whole menu here. You can choose your language, your Bluetooth mode, your live mode, and it also going to tell you what firmware is it on. So maybe there will be possibly a new firmware update with more effects. I don't know, I have no idea, but already this is such an amazing thing. Okay, so this is the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60. I have just walked you through all the modes, and I am glad I did that because I didn't even know it existed. So to wrap things up, this is the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60 RGB. Literally your bank card size light that you can bring with you anywhere. It gives you that professional grade reliability, durability, fill light for your needs with tons of those lighting effects, RGB effects that I have walked you through just now. And this also, with its small size, you need to remember again, this you can tuck it somewhere in the middle of, I don't know, for example, just put it in your car, for example. You can get that kind of lighting from this thing as compared to having something like this. Now remember, this is also a 60-watt light, but look at how huge that is, and with this thing you can just easily bring it around in your car somewhere, anywhere, and put it somewhere and just let it light your scene. And with its cooling fan right here, you can be sure and you can be confident that it would not overheat on you, and it will be able to run smoothly and if you have a power cable plugged to it, probably indefinitely without having to worry about the thing overheating, although I'm not sure why would anyone want to run this indefinitely, but you can do if you want to with the MOLUS X60 RGB. And with all these accessories that they provide you, you can easily modify the kind of light that you want coming out of this. And also with the ZHIYUN adapter, you can easily mount this onto the standard Bowens mount adapter, so all of your originally existing Bowen mounts, diffusers, softboxes, all those lighting modifiers that you have with the Bowen mount can easily be used as well with this. Again, imagine the possibility now. Previously, you're gonna have to be using all these massive lighting equipments just to use all those lighting fixtures, but with this thing, you can just plug it in. Softbox here, there, it just snaps on in place, and you have this thing to the side, and you're good to go. Okay, and you can use that adapter to mount this whole setup to your Bowen mount adapters. Okay, so, and also the one thing I did not talk to you about is the availability of the ZY Vega app. This app is the application for you to control the lightings of the ZHIYUN lightings, and you can wirelessly control all those lights from your phone if you have to, if you need to. And the fact that it can be synchronized between all these other lightings from ZHIYUN as well will make it so much easier for your gaffer, for your lightman to just control all these things with the tap of your phone. Okay, so that would make everything so much easier for you and streamline everything so that you don't have suddenly like a 5000 Kelvin light here and 6000 Kelvin light here, which is going to mess up your overall mood, unless that's what you're into. And being able to change the color, the RGB, and the CCT, the color temperature thing going on there, you can also easily exudes. Now, who uses the word exude? Provide or create the kind of mood that you want. You want it to show someone being happy, being sad, a mood, setting all those things. With this, you can easily do that without needing to find super expensive lighting somewhere else that you're gonna have to like carry around, like have someone carry around because it's being big and all, etc, etc. This small thing right here is gonna do all that for you. So that's it, guys. That is my take on the ZHIYUN MOLUS X60 RGB full color cinematography light, and probably the most compact in the industry with its firepower. Okay, so guys, again, thank you very much for watching. I will leave a link of where you can get this in the description below. There is a discount code as well, which you're gonna use at checkout to get more discounts. And I cannot wait to go out and create more with this, so stay tuned to the channel. I will definitely be posting more videos on this in the future because I personally really like this, and I think it does the job really well. And for a run and gun filmmaker like me, or even if you have a production team going on, this is going to make your life so much easier with the fact that it's so small. It's really powerful, and all the bells and whistles of the colors and the effects going on with it is going to make your life so much easier. Okay, so that will be it for me today, guys. I will be taking this out for a spin more and more in the future, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in my next video.